Now, a special Faces of Faith for you today. A family struggles with their own faith after their son tells them that he is gay. In the end, they embraced their son, even posted their experience online to help others in a similar situation. CNN's Julie Peterson has this morning's Faces of Faith.
How do I tell them? How are they going to react?
Adam Ellis remembers how he felt when he came out to his parents 12 years ago. He was 16 and he was scared.
I knew deep down the whole time that they would never stop loving me, but I also knew, just knowing from society and know that it would be tough on them, that it was going to be a struggle.
It would become a struggle for the whole family.
That night he came in from a party or something and he sat down on my bed and a conversation went on, and then he said, "Mom, I'm gay." And he broke down, and then of course I get up and I hug him and I go, "I have to go get your dad."
When you're finally faced with that information, all you can see is your whole life changing, because you don't know where, once the domino starts to fall, where does it quit going? How do you tell your business partner? How do you tell your friends? How do you tell your family? How do you tell everybody that's involved? And how will they take that information?
For 3 years, the family kept it a secret as they tried to come to terms with things.
It was a long struggle to get there.
It was. And see, I went through the thing which most moms do, and that is, what did I do to cause this? And I spent many nights praying to God to give me a second chance.
But Patty says through prayer, a lot of soul searching, and meeting other parents with gay children, she and her husband were able to make peace with things. Then they went through their own coming out process, talking openly to family and to friends.
That has to be the most empowering thing, is that we held that secret for so long, and then people have power over you because you're trying to contain this information.
I finally came out, and I came out with both doors bursting, because that's my personality.
9 years ago, Patty started a website for families with gay children.
When this one starts off, I just wanted to thank you and your family for sharing your story.
She's answered thousands of messages.
We've received emails from people all over the world. I seriously have gotten them from India. I've gotten them from Australia. I get them from England. I get them. But most of them are just mom and dads in some small little town all over America. They think they did something wrong, and all of this, they keeps them in the closet. When their child came out, they went in.
So much has changed for the Ellis family, but one thing has not.
I cared for him for the moment they put him in my arms when he was born. And I said, that's not going to change, ever, for any reason whatsoever. He's too good a kid, always has been.
But it makes me so grateful to have parents like I do, you know, and almost a little bit undeserving.
Julie Peterson, CNN.
And the two folks you see featured in there, Patty and also Adam Ellis, they are here with me now, live in studio. Guys, thank you so much for being in here with us. An important conversation to have, and you all have some experience you can certainly lend to folks, so thank you so much. That was how many years ago you came out to your parents now?
97. Right?
97. Yeah. Where is the family now compared to where they were then, just maybe immediately after you came out, and even in the years after? How is the family now, would you say?
Well, you know, a lot of people think that when they see the website that, you know, I came out and they just accepted me as was. If they happen to the website, they may think that there was, you know, a little bit of a struggle. But it was a good 3 years probably before, when I got to college, I think was when they finally really started to turn around.
We're really good now, though, TJ. Yeah. We are. We're a good family, and I do believe that because of that struggle, we're a better family. Where we understand that you just you have to love each other. You're a family, and you have to stick together.
I assume it was a tight-knit family beforehand. Everything was just fine. How difficult was that for you as a mother to essentially see your family implode in a way?
Well, you know, as a mom, we kind of just keep that nest together, and I'm not going to let it implode. However, he saw the struggle we were going through. It put the strain on my younger son, who was in middle school at that time. And I'm sorry, he was not. He was younger than that even. But you just constantly have to keep working it and remembering that this is a family, and this is my son, and this is my other son, and we just have to keep pulling it together.
Very religious family, would you all describe yourselves as?
We were church-going people. Yes, we were.
Now,
absolutely.
How much did that play into the difficulty of trying to interpret or trying to explain what was going on with your son through your religion? Was that a big part of the strain?
I don't think so at all. I think it was more of a community aspect. I don't think that there was any sort of, I guess, a doubt on the religious aspect. It was more the community and accepting it in that way.
Well, let me just say this.
Yeah.
There was never, ever one time that I ever doubted that that God loved my son and loved my family. Ever. That was never. What I did have to question, though, is how are we going to navigate in this world? And you know, and every Sunday you knew what was being taught in the churches. But this is my son, so there must be something wrong. There must be another truth out there that I don't know. And that was our search, was to find out what is really going on.
Now, why? I think I heard in the piece you kept it still secret from the community for, what, 3 years or something afterward. Why did you feel that was necessary to do? Are we still in that day and age, that, or was that a different time even? Do you think it would be different now?
I think things are a little different, but at the same time, though, when you live in the suburbs and you live in a small community where your church is your community, your church is your social outlet, then yes, it's a little hard to deal with because you know what's being taught inside the church and you don't really have a church to lean on at that point.
You know, and you see the bullying that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's still going on now, and I think it's kind of a timely thing that we're even talking about it now because that, you know, I dealt with that too, you know, and not even being out at that time.
What is the recommendation or the advice you would give right now? You know, there are plenty of young people out there who are in the same position as you were at that time. We just had that story you mentioned out of Rutgers, where the young man killed himself. I mean, what are we supposed to do, and what would you tell those young people to make them feel comfortable so they don't have to suffer in silence and, God forbid, do what that young man did?
Well, I think there's a whole campaign with the slogan of "It gets better." I think I've seen things on YouTube with that, and that's what I could say is that it does get better. You do get out of that small shell of whoever these people are that are around you. There's a much bigger world than that. There is an accepting world that's out there.
All right, last thing here. I want you all to give the name of the website where people can go and just give a little description of it here finally, because I want to make sure people know where they can check this out.
It's familyacceptance.com, and if you missed that, it's .net, .org, and all of it. We bought them all, but it's Family Acceptance, and it's really just the story of our family when Adam came out and showed what we did and how we handled it, in hopes that other families will not feel alone and they will know that you're going to be okay, and that's really what it's about.
Well, guys, again, Patty and Adam Ellis, we appreciate you coming in here and sharing the story. I know you've been sharing the story for a while now, but like you said, awfully timely, given what we have been seeing and being a part of our Faces of Faith today. Guys, thank you so much, and congratulations to your family.
Well,
the success certainly that you guys have had. Thanks so much.